If you want to be a Canadian, you've got to learn how to speak like a Canadian. So today I'm going to teach you 3 Canadian words that you can use in your everyday life. So these words I'm going to teach you, they're not offensive or vulgar, but they are informal. So I wouldn't necessarily use them at work, but definitely use them with your friends or in your everyday life. Word number 1, giver. Giver. What on earth does giver mean? When we say giver in Canada, it means we're telling somebody to give it all that they got. So if they're playing sports or competing in something or perhaps going for a job interview, you want to say giver, just giver. It means go for it. Give it everything that you got. Word number 2 is actually one of my favorite words, and I tend to use it quite a bit. Kerfuffle. Kerfuffle. Kerfuffle means having a disagreement or a fuss, like an argument. It could also be something that's quite confusing. So maybe a couple of friends get in a kerfuffle, they start fighting, or in a sports environment, you might see a bunch of athletes getting in a kerfuffle and actually fighting each other. Sometimes I even use kerfuffle just to refer to a small problem in my life. Canadian word number 3, keener. Keener. A keener is someone who is a geek or a nerd. It could be in a good way, meaning that it's somebody who studies really hard or works really hard to achieve something. But it could also be viewed in a negative way if somebody's trying too hard to get somebody's approval or attention. Maybe at work, for example, a keener might be somebody who's always doing their boss favors to get ahead. And finally, as a bonus word that you probably already know of, is our world famous Canadian A. We do say it a lot. I at least do, and I say it with pride. When we say A, it's like an affirmation. We usually put it at the end of a sentence, like, I know, A. It's a beautiful day, A. Vancouver's a beautiful city, A. I'm Canadian, A. I know, A. Notice how it's really quick and we add it to the end of the sentence. If you want to speak more like a Canadian and you want to learn some more Canadian slang, you can join us for our general English classes with our team of Canadian teachers. You'll be able to talk one-on-one with a Canadian so that you can improve not just your accent, but so that you can learn Canadian words.